I just got a phone call, and it was a random number, and it said scam likely. And that's a common thing now, which I appreciate because I will not answer. If I see I'm getting a call from scam likely, I'm not going to answer. I just want one time for it to be like scam unlikely. And then I'm like, oh, that's unlikely. So now I'm more likely to answer. Or maybe future friend, question mark? Just like a phone number.
Sounds like a nickname you would give somebody, scam unlikely.
Future friend.
What if it isn't a scam?
Right. Well, I want to know like the algorithm of like how
do they know?
How does Apple know that that's likely a scam? It's probably like one of those places that calls like hey, you want to buy some pork?
Pork.
Wait.
You guys ever have like...
That's the scam that you're getting? Is
no,
people
I'm saying
calling to
like
sell you pork?
like a salesperson. That's when it says scam. I don't actually think when it says scam that it's like somebody trying to like steal my money. I think it's like it's a salesperson, right?
So it's a meat prep service that's calling you.
When you see scam likely, what do you think it actually is? If I were to answer,
it's someone asking me for money. It's one of the people that is saying that I have unpaid toll violations.
I'll pay your house off for you, and you give me $2 million.
But you just get like cold calls from sale people trying to sell you meat?
I don't ever answer. That's why I'm always kind of curious what those would be.
Have you ever gotten a call being offered pork? Is my question.
That was just me riffing.
Oh,
pork.
Because I was like, I think these are intended calls. I don't think this is a scam. I think they just think you're a big pork guy.
Spam.
Did you place an order at the
Actual
local
spam.
market and they were calling you? That'd be funny. Spam. Pork.
Spam, yeah. Welcome to Mystery Crate.
Yes. Fuentes claims he's not going to talk today.
He does that all the time, and then he
I
eventually
understand
comes on because we'll just say something at some point that gets him so riled up
You
that
can't
he's
even
going
cut
to
to
feel like he
yourself?
needs to come over and
Come on,
talk.
take a cut to yourself. Show the audience what you're doing today.
I saw that there was like a little window that they were working out before, like just a screenshot for him to be in the bottom corner that they were thinking about potentially using, and he's now telling us that he's not going to talk.
He's giving us the Matumbo finger.
Yeah. So just so you know, the way prep works for this show is we were just handed this sheet of paper by Mike Fuentes, who also says that he does not want to talk, but I guess wants us to talk about said topics on this list. Scam likely was not one of the things on this list.
No.
What other fingers are there in the world, in the lexicon? There's the middle finger.
Yeah.
There's the Matumbo finger.
Yeah.
Are we doing other fingers?
There's the ring finger. There's a thumb. There's a pinky.
But just in terms of famous, like things of like the middle finger, that's a gesture.
Pinky finger, you
a
swear
thumbs
to.
up. That's in the Finger Hall of Fame, I'd say. The Matumbo finger, the middle finger, and the thumbs up.
Baldinger's fingers.
Baldinger's hands.
Yeah.
Do you drink a tea with the pinky finger
The pinky
out?
up when you're
You
drinking
swear
tea.
with the pinky?
See, that's an OLI for me. The pinky up when you're drinking tea, that doesn't crack. That's not better than the thumbs up. It's not better than the Matumbo finger. And it's not better than the middle finger. The good old-fashioned middle finger is number one for me.
And the ring finger is just
that's just
wedding ring.
You wear a ring.
Do you give people the middle finger often?
No. But when I did, back in the day, I was always a couch it with the finger.
And the thumb?
Because like some people just go, I don't want to do it right now. Are you allowed to do middle fingers
Just
on TV?
don't. It's better now.
Some people go just middle finger up, and some people like have the up like the ring finger like partially up. I was always a partially up ring finger guy.
Not
no, I have
100%.
I have not given somebody the ring finger. That would be funny if I
You gave your wife the ring finger.
I haven't given someone the middle finger in a long time.
How do you feel about your wedding ring now? How many years? Have you been married like 10 years now?
8.
8 years?
Yeah.
How do you feel about your wedding ring?
Oh, I've
Any regrets?
in general.
No, not marriage, just your ring. Any thoughts? That looks maybe like a rubber one.
The rubber one. I've recently gone over to the rubber.
Why?
Because it's just lighter. I don't have to stress losing it. It doesn't pinch my skin when I hit a golf. Like, see that one that you have, like the hard, what is it? Whatever it is.
Is it gold?
The metal one.
I think it's like titanium.
Titanium.
I don't know what it is.
Whenever I would hit golf clubs, golf clubs, or swing like a softball bat, it would I'd get pinched.
Yeah.
So this doesn't. This is just easier to me.
Did you have a talk, or you just made the switch on your own? Like, did you have to get approval on switching your rings?
I lost because I came home from softball one time and I had taken it off near on the bench and it was no longer there. Well, I just forgot it, I think.
So you lost.
I lost a ring
a long time ago.
This was when I was playing softball. So.
When was that? For those of us who aren't keeping track of your softball schedule, which
I probably haven't played softball in like 3 or 4 years, so I'd say this was like 5 or 6 years ago when I lost the ring.
And do you have like a rotation of rubber ones, or it's just that one mainly?
Just keep this one. I have a couple others. She went like the pack she bought me of these. Like I have like a white one, a silver one, but yeah, I always just stick with this one.
The black one.
Yeah.
Just in case you lose that one.
Roy, no wedding ring for you.
What happened was my
This
ring
would be
was
awkward
stolen.
okay.
Yeah.
That would be awkward.
I'm trying to find a way to tell you guys.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell you this for years.
Your what?
My wedding ring was stolen prior to the wedding.
Wow.
So is
I remember that story.
Anita's as well. Yeah. So we it was like,
But that was
day
like
before.
10 years ago.
Yeah, it was 10 years ago.
And you're just like, never. I'm
Like
not gonna-
rubber one, nothing.
I'm not disappointed.
No.
I'm just not doing
You're
it.
just not ready for the commitment.
No. And I've asked.
You must be shielding him off daily.
No, I am. Push him aside.
Just people be like, hey, look, this guy's available.
Hey, single man.
Hello, Mr. Belly.
It took me 30 years to get married. I don't think it's.
I like hockey.
You got married at 30?
Yeah.
You say that like that's like a long time. It takes me 30 years to get married. It's not like that crazy.
I guess
30?
not.
Like 30's young-ish, no?
Yeah.
People getting I feel like people are
Nowadays-
getting married later now. Or
I
having
feel like,
kids later.
Yeah, 20 years ago, maybe it was a little late, but now maybe it's on time.
Kids these days aren't even getting married.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
death
It's
of the American family.
domestic partnerships now.
You guys, none of your kids are married yet?
Getting there.
Mine either.
Yeah.
Getting there.
Really?
Yeah.
So your wedding rings were stolen the night before your wedding, and at no point did you say, maybe we replace them or just get other rings? You just have
I
now
did.
committed to
Actually,
we're never wearing
getting
rings.
to it.
Actually, a couple hours prior to the wedding, as soon as I found out, this thing is stolen, I rushed over to the nearest Walmart, which was over there next to the Hard Rock Stadium. Bought a cheap $100 wedding ring.
And
Classic Walmart. Is there anything they don't have there?
you
Yeah.
just never wore it?
No, this is for a need. This is a need.
She didn't want it.
No, she wore it. She still wears it. But you guys were there. You saw what happened. Like there was a bit of a delay where Neat was like brushing off the preacher saying,
Is that
put the
why?
ring on." Yeah, because she didn't have my ring.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah,
And?
that was it. Basically,
Well, where
I'm
is it? You're
ringless.
not wearing it. So, wait, hold
I
on.
don't know.
Your wedding
Anid has her ring that I bought at Walmart. I don't have a ring. She never replaced it.
I thought the wedding was delayed because she was trying to get you a replacement ring.
No, there was a spot where where we put the rings on the fingers. There was
Uh-huh.
a delay where she shoot off the referee.
Oh.
I mean, that's what they are.
The preacher. Yeah,
Got
the
it.
preacher was like, no, let's just move along.
$100 ring. I love that.
So, wait, hold on a second. Actually, never mind. Just keep
No.
I was going to say, like, for your 10-year anniversary or something, you want to get yourself, do you not want to wear a ring?
I've asked her maybe 4 times, like, hey, you want to give me a ring?
That 5th time, though.
She's like, nah.
Oh, you asked her to just buy yourself a ring.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do that, but then what? I'm going to tell. I had to tell her that I got to get myself a ring, I guess, right? But I don't know.
These poor women that think you're single.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They're got these crazy mixed signals you're putting out there, Roy, where you're kind of like letting
Not
people
exactly.
know,
You
hey,
have a mingle.
You have an
I guess.
upside down pineapple on your backpack that I don't understand.
yeah, why do you have that?
What?
The pineapple upside down on
yeah,
your backpack that
the
you walk
patch.
around with.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Cote. My bad. I shouldn't have brought that
Okay.
up.
I have no idea what you're talking about. No clue.
How often or little do you dream?
Oh, this is a deep question.
The problem is that I don't remember what I dreamed. So there's that. So I don't really know.
You don't remember?
I don't remember anything. That
Okay, do you have like dreams when you're awake? Do you have like goals?
those would
anything?
be called what, daydreams, I guess.
I don't know. How often do you have anything that you're aspiring to do or be or have?
I'm just trying to maintain a job at this point, really.
Oh, okay.
I wish I daydreamed more.
Really?
Yeah. I just like the idea of it.
The idea of daydreaming?
Yeah.
Spacing out.
The idea of just being lost, where you just have to where someone's talking to you and you're just staring off into a wall, and they're like, "Hey, Chris," I asked, and it's just like, "Sorry, I was dreaming."
Chris.
You
Sorry,
wanted,
I was on a cruise.
You want to do that more often.
Well, that's my go-to. If I ever remember a dream, I'm on a cruise. It's like the only dreams I remember.
The only dream about being on cruises?
I've done this before. Remember when we talked to a dream expert? I asked her because one of my reoccurring dreams, maybe it's just because I enjoy it. It's my favorite way to maybe go on vacation. I
Being out on the
very
water.
often on a cruise in my dream, and then I just wake up. Sometimes bad things are happening too.
Really? Like
Yeah.
What,
Is
what
the
happens on the
ship
cruise?
sinking?
Sometimes there's been times where I can't find anyone in my family. There's been times where I was in the hot tub late at night, and this kid was about to I don't remember specifically. Obviously, it was a dream. It gets a little foggy, but some kid was threatening to
Plus, it was a hot tub. So.
Jump off.
There was just we were in a hot tub, and all of a sudden there was hey, some guys over here, kind of like in Titanic when Kate Winslet almost jumps off. It was one of those situations where we had to be buddy, don't do it. Stay.
And?
Your friends care about. I don't remember.
Did it work?
No.
The kid
He
jumped?
jumped?
I don't remember. I just don't know if it worked.
no.
I can't say it worked. I can't say it didn't. I don't remember. I woke up.
Wow.
That's unbelievable. Wow.
Yeah.
I love just waking up sometimes when you know you're in a dream and it's I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah. Just wake up and then go back to sleep.
There's a sweet safety in knowing you're in a dream. That moment, because there's a moment in a dream. You have in a dream,
I like that touch you just did. I don't know why. Big tap on my thing.
Don't worry about this.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're in a dream and
Confidence.
you don't realize it, and then there's a moment late in the dream when you're like, I think this is a dream, and then that's living right there. Those last 5 minutes in the dream when you get to like I'll just go up to a guy and slap him because I know it's a dream.
Then you're sat.
I would just walk up to a guy in a dream and just slap him in the face. Just because, like, in my real life, I would never do that.
In the opposite, not slapping someone, but have you ever had a situation where you thought you were in a dream and then you realize, oh, no, this is actually real life?
No.
Yeah.
That would suck because then I just slap somebody.
No.
Oh. Well, you don't dream, so.
Yeah, I don't dream.
If you had to choose what you would dream of, what would it be?
If he could have a dream?
Yeah, if you could
Probably vacations, just like Chris on a boat.
Nice.
Where would you go? What's your dream vacation?
Yeah.
I wanted to plan to go to Scotland to visit
This is
some
gonna be
distilleries for single malt scotches. Like just travel around the Highland and
Nice.
Scotland.
Islay. Yeah, just for
I'm not going to lie,
yeah,
that was a
Scotch.
random one. But
Yeah,
I like
I was surprised by that.
Well, I mean, there would be a detour in London, and then travel up on the train.
it. I'm not going to lie, I just learned that Scotch is from Scotland. Is that a thing?
Yes, that is a
Yeah.
thing.
I just
Scotch
thought it
is
was
from
like
Scotland.
Scotch is a drink, and then Scotland's a place. Like I didn't know that
What?
those were like connected.
Yeah. Well, as you know, Scotch is a whiskey, and
Okay.
they
As
make
you know.
whiskey up in Scotland. And that's
Well,
the thing.
this bourbon whiskey.
What about
Scotch
Scotch
thing,
Guard?
Scotch Guard.
Yeah.
That's a tape in it, or
Scotch
use
tape.
it for your.
These dark
Couches
alcohols
and
don't know what they want to be. Are you a whiskey? Are you a bourbon? Are you a Scotch? All right, get over yourself.
It depends on the
I
region,
think
though.
they're different things.
No, but bourbon will say it's like a bourbon whiskey, and this
bourbon is a whiskey.
This is just a whiskey, and then this is a Scotch. But Scotch is whiskey.
Well, bourbon is a type of whiskey.
See, it's like just get
Canadian
over yourself.
whiskey.
Just be whiskey.
Get over yourself.
All
It
of
is
it.
whiskey.
Get rid of Scotch. Get rid of bourbon. Just be whiskey. All of you.
Okay, well, it depends on the region.
I mean, you guys are proving my point. You guys don't know the difference between Scotch whiskey and bourbon. It's all like the
He's
same
telling
shit.
you.
He doesn't know.
Well, bourbon is made.
Well, he hasn't
of
been to Scotland
is
yet.
51% or more of corn.
Okay, maybe you do.
That's what bourbon.
You just
bourbon
pulling,
is.
that's made up. You just made that.
I'm
up.
not making that up.
51% of corn.
It has
Are we
to,
talking about
to be a
corn?
certain percentage of the ingredients that you use, like barley and corn and whatnot. That's why. That's why it's labeled that way.
Let's go to Scotland for some Scotch.
I would love to.
Are you on your vacations more of like a beach guy, a mountain guy?
I'm a wherever you want to take me guy at this point. Wherever you want to go, I'll go with you.
I feel like you'd wear socks to the beach.
I don't wear socks to the beach.
100%.
I wear swim shoes to the beach.
Oh, there you go.
And
Same
There's
difference.
a difference. I'm not gonna get sand in my
I would
socks.
call it a slight difference.
Why?
How's that a slight difference?
Why are you wearing swim shoes to the beach?
Because I don't feel like walking
Are
on
you
the hot
and
sand.
then you'll walk into the water with them, like there's these water shoes
No,
that you wore when you
yeah.
were 7.
Yeah, but then
Remember
I
those
take
shoes?
I
Remember
take,
when you were 7 and your mom put like water shoes on you?
yeah, but then I take them off to go into the water.
That doesn't make sense.
What's
It
the
does
point
make
of
sense.
them?
Do you
Yeah.
want to walk in the hot sand barefoot?
No, but you can wear sandals or
you
anything.
wear
Why
sandals
water
up to the
shoes?
water.
Why do you wear water shoes to not go in the
Well,
water?
it's an,
with them?
it's an example. Shoes.
Right.
All right.
Ah.
Flip-flop sandals, water shoes, whatever. It works for the pool as well.
Is that where you feel the most at peace?
No,
Where do you feel the most at peace? That's a great question.
I don't know. I don't really feel at peace at all.
I
Really?
just heard Fuentes laughing through the glass here.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't
it's
know
a
what that was
transition.
about.
The idea of Roy at peace makes you laugh. I mean, geez, very dismissive right
I
there.
mean,
Back to your dream vacation.
I mean,
dream relaxation spot
I don't really have a relax. I mean, you know what? Actually,
at the hockey rink, up in the press box next to Dork.
Roy's in a position. I don't know, Roy, if I could say this or not, but Roy is, and if we can't, we'll just like edit it out or whatever.
yeah, I'm sure. You will.
Roy's like in a hockey school. It
Yeah.
sounds like
Started
right?
earlier this
Yes,
week.
I'm in Learn to Play. That's a.
I just love the idea of Roy and like a bunch of 12 and 13-year-olds.
no.
Half wondering if that was the situation.
No, this is
Roy's
adult.
checking kids against the glass.
Adults learn to play. This is for 18 and plus.
Oh, okay.
So here's
bunch
the
of 22-year-olds.
yeah,
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
honestly banging him against the glass. So
Most likely.
Roy's in a situation here where I'm trying. How committed are you to this?
12 weeks.
But you're like all in on this. Like you want to learn to play.
There's a media hockey game this is like the end
Oh,
game.
is that what this is
Yeah,
for?
it's supposed to be for the Winter Classic. So
When is that?
That's in January. It's gonna. I think the media game is gonna happen a day before.
So the media game will be on
New
the
Year's.
ice outside at the arena?
No,
Like
it's gonna be
in-
no. It's gonna be at Lone Depot
My
Park.
bad. I meant outside.
The
not
roof's
an
gonna be
arena, it's a
closed.
stadium, my bad.
They need to take care of the ice, so the roof's gonna be closed.
I think they should.
So are you
Mid-game, open it, see what happens.
But you're
Yeah,
like
they're gonna open it.
You're all in on this situation. learn to skate, being a hockey player, all that.
Well, unfortunately, since it started on Wednesday, there's a chance that it might start during the Stanley Cup Finals, which I can't. I have to actually go.
Right. That's the conflict.
Right. If it's at home, I have to actually.
I ask him, what happens if there's a Stanley Cup Final game during your now commitment, your learn to skate commitment? What do you do?
Well, if there's a road, if it's either in Dallas or Edmonton, then I can just watch the game there. There's most likely going to be a watch party.
But you have to be there if it's a home, because you could just watch it from the arena theoretically to the ice.
No, I have to be at the arena.
Why?
What do you mean why? I'm a credentialed media.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, but what do you?
What's the matter with you?
I guess what?
What are you trying to say?
I'm just asking why you would skip. Like, okay, imagine you are in. There's 12 weeks. You said it's perfect. It's like grades 1 through 12, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if you just decided I'm going to skip third grade. You'd be so lost in fourth grade. I feel like with only 12 classes, you need to be present at all of these classes.
I think there's a understandable situation for the people who are conducting this learn to play.
Well, most of them are kids, so they're probably not credentialed.
I'm talking about the actual instructors. And this is adult learn to play. There are no children on. That's going to.
Who are the instructors?
Yeah.
USA Hockey. So USA Hockey is
it's a general statement.
Yeah, I know.
No, it's not general. No, it's the actual.
There's no way it's like a higher-ranking coach for Team USA.
No. I mean, there are instructors that
it's probably
are
a guy that's been all right. We're going to call you a USA coach. You go run this camp.
Certified through USA Hockey.
Certified.
Yeah.
Got it.
I overheard Roy talking to someone out there, and they're like, "Roy, can you skate?" And he's like, "I can skate. I just can't stop."
Yeah.
So
classic Mighty Ducks.
yes.
Yeah.
Mendoza, right?
Yeah, the guy who played Benedict Rodriguez.
Yes.
Yeah. He was in Mighty Ducks 2.
One of my algorithms right now with social media is like childhood shows, movies where it's like an AI, what they look like now. So it's like kid from Rookie of the Year, and this is like him now today what he looks like. And
American Pie.
And that happened to me the other day with the movie you guys just referenced.
Patrick Renna, who played Hamilton. Yeah. Yeah, I just saw him in a video.
That's the guy that looks like me, right?
Yeah,
everyone says I look like him.
Yeah, he's short. Guy is still big. Still get that.
Relax.
Can I ask you?
He's plump. I'd say.
I'm not talking about you.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I see him.
He's plump.
He's not. I wouldn't say fat. I mean, he's just a bigger guy.
Going back to Scotland for a second. Let's say we get your dream vacation to Scotland, right? How long would you be there?
Well, it would be the entire United Kingdom, right? So London would be included. So
you said you want to go to England too.
Yeah,
a week.
Yeah, I mean, you get London. You can go.
It's gonna take you a full. That 2 of those days are travel.
No, I thought a week might be short.
That is.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
5 days to 7.
Well, that seems. Yeah, I mean, it's your dream vacation. You want it to end at 7 days.
I think you need at least 5 or 6. You need 5 or 6 days there without the travel days. So like I'd say 8 or 9 total with the travel days.
Yeah. Oh, and golfing in Scotland as well.
But at that point, that's 2 weeks, dude. That's it.
And what?
I gotta get back home.
For what? Like what do you
for work?
When you come back from a long trip, what's the first thing you do, or the thing you most look forward to doing? Sleeping?
Yeah.
Are you guys like
such a fake answer?
How's that a fake answer? I'm tired. It's jet lag.
How long do you like wait to unpack your stuff?
I'm bad
do you
with
do
that.
it like right away, or do you have the suitcase off in the corner for like months?
No, it's right. No, the suitcase is just left right by the door and take the shoes off.
And then eventually you get to it?
You never unpack.
Yeah, eventually.
If you unpack like the moment you get home from a vacation, you're a monster.
Yeah,
Everyone
you got so much
you
energy.
get in, you put the bag there, the bag stays there, I'd say at least 3 to 4 days. Where you're getting to the point where you're opening the bag up and getting things out of it. Like I need these shoes that I brought on the trip. I need this shirt that I didn't wear on the trip. So you're like, the bag is still like in the living room.
Just dirty laundry.
Yeah, and then like 6 days later, I'll finally take all the dirty clothes.
I'm trying to be better about it.
Me too.
And when I get home, like just, you know, the thing is that I do laundry very differently than my wife does laundry. This is how I do laundry, and you guys will criticize me and think that I'm a monster.
You just put clothes in a washer.
Here's how I do laundry. Those clothes are mine. That's a load.
Yeah.
I can put that load in together. I could put a red in with a blue. I could put the blue in with the jeans. Like, that's my clothes.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Just all of it.
My clothes don't really bleed unless I have, like, I don't have very many white clothes, so I'm not worried about, like, them kind of like a red shirt making, you know, white shorts get pinker. I don't really care about that.
This is
I do the same thing.
This topic is so up Fuentes' alley. I just love the idea of him not being able to have it with us.
Yeah, too bad he can't talk. Yeah.
It's choosing not to for some reason.
Yeah.
How bad does he want to get in on this
a job
laundry? He has so many thoughts on like.
I mean, just you don't just stay with a 3-shot and then back away, and you can get to a microphone and you give your thoughts.
I mean, it's right there for you.
Truth be told, if the audience doesn't know this, I'm just going down his topics list. When do you feel most at peace is on there? What's the first thing you look forward to after a long trip is on there? How often do you dream is on there? I'm just trying to connect them in a free-flowing conversation, but I don't care about any of this stuff.
No.
If we're going to be honest.
No, that's why you're not answering it.
Yeah, like it's not that I'm not answering it. Right. It's just,
No, you're just directing it at me.
I'm just asking you. I'm curious how it is that, we can piece these things together, because these are also like very random topics. Like, what's one thing that lifts you up every time you're a little sad? Like, in any conversation that I'd be having with Roy, how would that come up? Roy is someone who does not want to give off any emotion or show any signs of vulnerability.
That is correct.
So how on earth?
You know what? Before we go to break here, we have 4 minutes left.
What happened with the house that caught on fire next to you?
Yeah, let's get to that, and I want you to be vulnerable with us.
Yeah.
All right. Well, apparently I found out, I think I told you guys this, that the house had been vacant for 2 months, so there was nobody there.
There was a fire. Roy's neighbor had a fire.
Yeah. And a tree. They were arguing about it for a while, yeah.
There was a fire. I found out about it through Enid while I
Your
was
ex-wife?
on
because you don't wear the ring anymore.
my current wife that I'm going to spend the rest of my life
little
with.
Evidence to show that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can show you a picture on my phone.
I don't know what that's.
Game.
Yeah, hold on a second.
There you go. There's Enid and Claire with the Stanley
consent.
Cup. Yeah,
because you're just old and you don't know how to change your cover photo.
That's possible.
I mean, I changed it.
It is weird that he's offering a ring and she's like, no, that's okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
A little odd.
It is odd. Well, should we call
her? No.
Which would you rather show
Kyle?
us, vulnerability or your feet?
Oh, wow.
I would rather walk out of this room right now.
Roy hates feet.
I want you to put your feet up and be vulnerable at the same time.
Wow, that would be. Oof.
No, like literally your feet, though. Let us see those things.
No, I'm not doing that. Sorry.
Huh.
No.
Anyway.
I was in the middle of a guest in a podcast when Enid told me.
What podcast?
I forgot what the name.
You're
of
on
the podcast
so many podcasts.
The
You don't
Greg
remember
Cote Show
who
with
has
Greg
you on as a
Cote?
guest?
No, it was a Panthers podcast. But I forgot what the name of it was. Yeah, so I was on the
around
podcast.
and find out or something?
No, it wasn't that. But yeah, she told me, and I told everybody like. Apparently, the house next door.
Who'd you tell?
Actually, I didn't know it was next door. I didn't know if it was across the street or next door or anything. But I said there was a house that's on fire next to my house.
Usually delivered with more like passion. You're just like, I need
or urgency.
I thought she was
on fire next to us.
You told the guest. Wait, hold on a second.
I told the podcast.
Wait, so is there like an episode out where you leave in the middle because of the fire?
Yeah.
That we can find? You're just like, guys, the house next door is on fire. I need to go.
And then
that's exactly what happened.
And then you leave, and they're like, that had to be a lie, right?
Yeah. What podcast is this? I want to find it.
I don't know what podcast.
How long would I have to scroll through? Is it on video?
Yeah.
Oh, great,
Yeah,
perfect. So I could just kind of
video.
scroll through the YouTube.
That sounds like a my dog ate my homework like excuse to get out of a.
No, I got the DMs. I got the DMs
What does that mean? You have the DMs?
because that's how they booked me. See, there's a fire truck. I sent
So
them
you
the
sent
pictures.
evidence
You
afterwards.
sent evidence
I
after?
sent evidence
Wow.
after.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't
Look at the
change the
smoke.
fact that their reaction, like you saying that before you sent the pictures, they had to think you were lying.
I bet they were.
Yeah, that's
I
why
bet
you
they
sent
were.
the photos, because you were like, wow, they must think I'm lying about this.
So Fuentes would appreciate this, even though he has vowed not to speak on this one. But this morning I woke up and I just heard my dog doing something, one of my
boy.
two dogs. And I was like, what is this dog doing?
Eating some homework, maybe.
And it's funny that you should say that. So I was like,
eat
what?
paper, huh?
What is this dog doing? And we've had an incident where the dog will go in to the trash can in the bathroom and take a diaper. And then it's like,
Yeah,
why is this
dangerous
dog
game.
eating a diaper? Like,
Yeah,
why
yeah.
did they open a trash can? The trash can in the front of the house, we got like a specific one that folds in the middle because it's supposedly
Yes.
not
That exact
dogs
reason,
can't
right.
open that. So we got that trash can.
Mm-hmm.
But I hear
Someone's made millions off that concept.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
off of like two of them. It's
Right.
so expensive.
Shark Tank. Yeah.
Anyway, so we're there, and I hear the dog like eating something or doing something, and I'm like, we didn't leave out food that I know of. So
Yeah.
yesterday was my daughter's birthday, so it was like, was there cake? Like,
Cake.
I'm trying to figure out exactly
Right.
what this dog is eating. I go out to the front of the house, and the dog is, and I don't know why, the dog is just eating a sheet of paper that was the NFL season master grid of every single team and every single game. And I have no idea why it is that the dog found that paper and decided to eat it, but he was just
Loves
sitting on the
football.
couch, just eating away at the
digesting
NFL
football.
master grid that had no food or anything on it. Just eating my
sports.
homework.
Yeah.
And it's for the first time I was like, it does happen.
Your dog loves ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be back.
My dog ate your homework.
It's that time again. It's time for You Betcha, which is brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Other sports are winding down. NHL is winding down. Our Panthers back in the finals. Basketball winding down. The OKC Thunder are likely on their way to winning a title. So we're going back to MLS. We have FC Cincinnati at home over DC United. That's going off as minus 200. We're going to parlay that with the Columbus Crew on the road at Inter Miami. Tie, no bet, plus 135. That gives you plus 252. Do not trust Inter Miami at all. They're coming off a win, so I expect a letdown at home. Once again, FC Cincinnati money line over DC United. Columbus Crew tie, no bet at Inter Miami, plus 252 at the time of recording. That's You Betcha.
A bit of an update. The podcast I was on when the next door neighbor's house was on fire was the Cats and Rats podcast.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Cats in the Cradle.
Yeah, no.
I thought it was an update on the marriage situation.
The update on the marriage situation is I am still married.
Oh, that's good.
Good for you, man. Congrats.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Another update, Fuentes has a microphone now.
Hey, welcome to Mystery Craze.
This episode of Mystery Crates brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Yeah.
Gotta get those in.
There you go.
That's good. I like that.
Crate. That Mystery Crate.
And Scotch only comes from Scotland, by the way.
Yeah.
I just learned that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Is that's if it's a whiskey from Scotland, it's Scotch?
Correct.
Yes.
That at least
It's single malt
that
Scotch
at least makes
and
sense.
blended
The
Scotch.
bourbon whiskey thing, like where he's talking about percentages of corn, like that's the part. It's like get over yourself.
No, that's bourbon.
right.
Yeah.
That's bourbon.
But it's a
that's
whiskey still.
That actually
Yeah,
makes
it's a
more
whiskey,
sense to
yeah.
me than we have to call this Scotch just because it's from Scotland.
Huh.
It's like champagne. Like champagne only comes from a certain area in France.
So why
Everything
you
else
calling-
is technically sparkling white wine.
Every champagne comes from France.
No. If you want to call something champagne, it comes from a
Champagne.
specific region in France.
Yeah.
And then, but otherwise, it's technically sparkling white wine.
That's how it goes for all wine. Bordeaux comes from Bordeaux.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Bordeaux region.
Like Coke comes from the Coke factory.
Yeah.
And if it's not from the Coke factory, it's called.
Pepsi.
Diet Coke.
Yeah, exactly. Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
We should come up with a third that just tastes just like Coke and Pepsi.
What?
Like
We're starting a soda company?
Like what Pepsi
Dr.
did.
Brown.
Like what Pepsi did. Hey, that tastes good. A lot of people love it. Let's create one that's it's slightly different. Called Pepsi.
A little bit of lemon.
Have you guys seen?
No, bad idea.
No, we'll continue. Don't worry. Don't feel discouraged.
Put some cinnamon
We're not
in it.
here. We're not here to end your dreams of being like the Willy Wonka of soda.
My daydreams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen? It's like a thing that's out there, like on the internet, like a meme or whatever they're called.
GIF meme.
Right? Yeah. Where I guess Dr. Pepper, at least according to this, Dr. Pepper, it seems at Fuentes you can look and maybe you can put up like an image on the screen for this for the visual audience on the DraftKings network. The crown is yours. So I guess Dr. Pepper doesn't have like their own factories. So they have either like Pepsi making them or they have Coke making them. And they have the, their formula, the recipe, whatever it is. So some Dr. Peppers are in a bottle that is in the shape of a Pepsi bottle, and some are in a bottle that's in the shape of a Coke bottle. So you know which factory made that Dr. Pepper based on what the bottle looks like. So you can get Dr. Pepper in different shaped bottles depending on which factory it is that made that Dr. Pepper.
I believe it's the east side of the country is Coca-Cola that manufactures it in the west
Is
side.
Dr. Pepper like a free agent?
Yeah, so
that depends on like where you are, whether they're a Pepsi or a Coke product.
The parent company is called Keurig Dr. Pepper. Keurig famously makes the pods for coffee.
Yeah.
So they own it, but they partner with either Pepsi or Coca-Cola bottlers to distribute the bottle and the product depending on the region it's sold in. And that's why you have different shaped bottles.
Who knew? That's fun.
Who knew that Keurig also
Yeah.
was the same company as Dr. Pepper?
I feel like that happens all the time, though.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of companies that are have weird
Yeah.
ranges of
Yeah,
products.
correct.
Like Nestle.
Yeah, Nestle does bottled water and chocolate.
guns. Oh,
Yeah,
chocolate.
and probably
Yeah.
might be guns, too.
Yeah. Sorry.
Unilever.
Yeah. Well, no, like the same company that
I mean,
owns
Michelin
KFC,
is the
Taco Bell, and
number
Pizza
one.
Hut is all the same.
Michelin's the
Yeah.
number one thing.
Yum
right?
brands, yeah.
Michelin does
Michelin?
car stuff, and then they're
Well,
Food restaurant
so the
ratings.
Michelin
Tires and-
ratings are because of the tires. Like they made a book for travelers, eat at these restaurants. Now, obviously, that's obsolete with the internet, but they still do the rating system of the best restaurants, so that's why it's called the Michelin Guide.
Hands in different pots.
There you go.
Yeah, that was a joke, by the way, Nestle. I'm sorry, that was not.
Yeah.
But
they're actually
I
right.
apologize.
Sponsors.
Yeah.
I was confused. I was like,
get some money from them.
Yeah. All thoughts and opinions are about Roy Bellamy specifically.
Yeah, it's all me. Yeah.
Recently divorced Roy Bellamy.
Yeah.
Yeah, still married.
Still available out there if anyone's
Ladies.
takers out there.
No, married.
Drink it in.
Yeah.
I don't
What would
think
you
they
do
want
now? What would like a pickup line if you were Roy and you were out there and you had a pickup line?
I don't have any game whatsoever.
You know
I don't
why
even
not?
know how I got married.
You know I'm a big fan of cats.
Well, you're learning hockey.
Yeah,
Big fan of cats.
you're a big fan of cats. You're a fan of cats.
That's what you would say
That's
to
what
the
you
lady.
say?
Nah, I'm not a fan of cats. Are evil.
No, you say. You walk up, you say, hey, I'm a big fan of cats.
You see like a
No.
pretty lady walk by and you go, meowza.
No,
Yes, that
I
noise.
can't roll my R's.
What's your best
I
cat call?
Yeah.
don't have one. Yeah. Don't have one.
I am going to ask
But
Anita
no.
next time I see her, like, what was Roy's opening line?
Yeah, how
what
how
was
Was
the
it a
opener?
dating app?
what was the first? Yeah, how
It's a
did
dating
that?
app, yeah.
So
Sup?
I was never on a
Okay,
dating
Cupid.
app, so I don't know how it works. Did you
up?
reach out to her?
She reached out to me.
Really?
Oh, my guy.
She said I was cute.
Oh, which picture did you use? Can you have your profile picture? Do you have it
I
on
don't
you?
know.
Did you
somewhere?
hit her back with like a right back at you wink?
Were you wearing a hockey
It wasn't
jersey?
a wink, but yeah. No.
Right back at you. Did you literally say right back at
I
you?
didn't say it right back at you. I just said you too.
You as
You
you as
too.
well.
You too.
Yeah.
You too.
And that was it.
And then all of a sudden
then the
I'm
game-
married for 4 years
And
later.
then you got
so,
to work in the game. We don't need to get into details.
Yeah.
That's how life works.
Yeah.
He said, you as well, blinked. There you go, you're married.
And now I'm 40.
Yeah.
Turned 41.
Now and single.
First date?
Maybe.
No, still
Where was your first
married.
date?
Still married.
Where was your first date?
Where was
It was a place in Brickell called Golden Beer. So it's like a microbrewery / restaurant.
And she tried to pay half. You're like, no, get out of here.
No, I paid
Right.
for everything.
Really?
saying.
How long before you took her to like a hockey game?
Yeah.
I don't know. A couple. I think a year in. I think.
What is the thing that you hid from her the most at the
Yeah.
beginning? Something
I
that you were
anything.
ashamed of that you said, I don't know if this is going to work out. I can't
Yeah.
let her know, I have 11 hockey jerseys that just say Roy on the back.
Yeah.
That would be something that nobody cares about.
Right. Only sports fans
I
would judge
don't
you for
know.
that. Yeah.
I'm just
And
saying.
even then, no.
Maybe she sees it and she's like, this guy, classic narcissist, just has his name on everything.
I might be a lot of things, but narcissist is not one of them.
What are the things you
Yeah.
are?
Black? I don't know.
Oh.
Wow.
Did you tell her that on the first date?
I think she saw me.
Okay.
Saw the picture on OkCupid.
I don't
and,
know.
Yeah.
Were there any red flags?
It could have
that
been a
she
blind
had?
date. Who knows?
Did she have any red flags that you overlooked?
There was one major red flag. She had a
Dangerous
fake name on OkCupid.
What?
Oh, I actually like this.
Wait,
Heady
hold on a
play.
second.
Heady
Your
play.
wife had a fake name?
Heady
Yeah.
play by Carol.
No, it was her name was Misha Lee, which is actually the name of a friend of hers.
See, that would have been wild if one of your first lines was, you have a very beautiful name.
Well, hold on a
no.
second. Misha Lee had a picture of Misha Lee or a picture of your wife?
That was
No,
her-
my wife,
So-
Anid.
Why'd you say
Yeah.
that like that?
Anid.
My
yeah,
wife.
I didn't know if we were
No,
trying to
him.
prevent
He's
her
like,
name
my
for
wife.
some reason.
Right. No, I think
My
we've said her
wife,
name, yeah.
Anid,
What was her
had
name?
her picture
Misha.
on her dating profile, but on her dating profile, she had a fake name.
Misha
safety.
Lee.
Yes.
So,
For
Misha,
for
so Misha
safety,
Lee
yeah.
went scrolling through and was like, Jack Spade, my man.
Yeah.
No, my
Wow,
actual
that's
name.
right.
My actual name was on
But
there.
that's similar. Like you guys have a similar.
The two aliases.
Did
Yeah,
you
it's
say to
yours.
her, "Hey, you're Misha. I'm actually Jack Spade."
No, I did not.
Where was he Jack Spade? I missed
That's
this episode.
at hotels when Roy.
I don't
told
actually
you
that's
do
right.
that. I don't actually
Jack
do that.
Spade.
I don't actually
He
do that.
told me.
Do you guys ever role play as Misha Lee and Jack Spade?
Oh,
No,
Oh,
I do not.
man. You should.
I'd pay
We're
for
not
that.
a freaky
should.
couple like you,
Oh, you
are
should.
trying to.
It's not about being freaky. It's
assert.
about
Yeah.
having fun. Maybe just go to a dinner. I'm here to meet Misha.
Don't
And
kink
she's like,
shame.
are you-
Exactly right.
You ever
And
seen-
I'm not kink
You ever
shaming.
seen
I'm
Modern
not kinky.
Family?
Yeah,
Modern
it
Family,
has,
they do
yeah.
that on Valentine's
no,
then
Day.
you go up
that's
to
the two
her.
Americas right
Yeah.
there.
You go up to
Modern
her and be like,
Fantasy.
oh, Misha.
Hey,
my name's
Misha.
Spade. Jack Spade.
Yeah.
Boom. Just have some
Spade,
drinks.
Jack Spade.
That's right.
That's good.
I
What
want
would
to-
you wear?
If Roy, can we do a little something right now?
Yeah.
I
No.
want you to text Anid right now.
No,
Say Jack Spade would
She's
like to
working.
take Misha out this weekend.
Yeah, do that.
I'm not doing that.
Do that.
I'm not.
No,
doing
I like that a lot. I like
do
that a lot.
too.
I'm not doing that.
Maybe a little sibling for Claire
Yeah.
Bear.
No, she revealed her
Oh.
actual name in the car as I was driving us to the.
In the
On the
car.
way there.
So you said, "Hey, Misha."
Yeah, and it's, again, I had to share some with you. My name is not actually Misha.
Hey,
Oh,
she did
man.
it first date though. If she waits a couple dates, red flag.
How do you know her name's Anid?
Yeah.
She told me.
But she also
But-
told you her name was Misha.
It's also on her driver's license.
She could
got
just
a
be
point
going
here.
with like a real safety plan here. Of just
Is she a spy?
Yeah, are you sure she's
She's
not
not
like
a
an
spy.
international spy?
Yeah,
No.
what's going on? Does she ever
She
go
was-
on business trips, disappear for extended periods of time? Do you have memory issues and maybe forget these things?
If she was an international spy, we would have a lot more money than what we have.
No, that's part of the
Yeah,
that's part of the
you'd have a
con.
humble life.
Well, it'll be a different job. You have a different job with
Whoa.
them.
Maybe that was the
Whoa.
situation.
What if the house fire was to throw off the scent of someone getting too close to the real
Maybe the neighbor.
Misha Lee?
Maybe
Yeah.
the neighbor saw. Wait,
Yeah.
you said the neighbor had been gone for how long?
2 months.
Whoa, she erased his ass.
That's what
and
I'm
then
saying.
She burned the house down. To
Did
cover
you pick the
evidence.
house that you live in, or did Misha?
Actually, that's a different story too.
That's the story we're interested in.
So many stories.
Who picked the house?
The realtor put the wrong address on.
Wait a minute.
This is.
on the
Too many
house.
coincidences.
Do you own a different house?
No.
Are you squatting in your present
No,
house?
we wanted a different house, but she put the wrong listing
like
on
Misha's
the
a
house
real
that we
estate mogul.
signed.
And wait,
And we just decided, you know what, we'll just
wait, hold on. Whoa. You went and you saw another house.
Yes.
And then the realtor put the wrong address on the contract.
Yes, it was
and
one
you
of the houses
signed
that we
it,
saw.
And you just own the house now?
Yeah, because that house was for sale, and we.
No!
owners- yeah. Yes. Both of those houses were for sale. We
That's
saw
not
one
how
house
this
and we sold the other
works.
house. We saw
You
one house,
wanted
we
to
saw the
buy
other.
another house and you
Yes.
bought this house instead because the realtor put the wrong address on it?
Yeah.
Which house is officially owned by the U.S. government?
Well,
That's what
Misha
I wanna
owns
know.
both.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
Misha
or
does
someone
not.
What happened to
known
the other
as
house?
Misha.
The other house was not sold to us. That's what happened.
There's no way that works like that.
I'm more confused.
It does. It does. Put the wrong listing. So we just
all
decided, you know
part of
what, we're going to
spycraft.
go ahead with this house. We talked to the owners, and
both
give them
houses
money
were
and
worth
call
the
it a day.
same amount?
Yeah.
This story seems impossible. I'm just going to say what we're all thinking.
Yeah.
It
This
seems impossible?
impossible.
Well, walking in my life.
I think it's more likely that Misha Lee is a spy.
Yeah.
And bought this house, and this was supposed to be the house that you chose, and then you chose another house. And then Misha Lee was like, well, that's the house next to the person that I'm supposed
Yeah.
to be infiltrating,
Lord knows
which
what
is next
happened
door.
to that person.
Yeah.
The person just disappeared. The house is on fire. Or they were trying to spook Misha, and they lit the wrong house on fire.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Must be in one of the dreams that you had then.
I'm so confused. And when did you realize you accidentally bought the wrong house?
No, we didn't. At the time, we didn't fully bought the house. We just signed the commit to.
Okay.
When did you
Fine
realize you signed the contract for the wrong house?
I guess when we looked at the address, or looked at the house that we.
It's kind of like when you buy a pair of shoes.
Not
and you
at
don't
all.
Try it on, and you get home and you open the box. It's like, these aren't the same pair.
That's why the people check them now, like before you leave.
I was just trying to
But I
find
get
a
what you're
comp.
saying.
I was
I
trying
get
to
it.
find
Yeah,
a comp
yeah,
of like,
I get what you're saying.
I accidentally bought this.
You know when? Well, that's like when you go to a fast food restaurant and you get somebody else's order, and then you're like, well, I guess I have to eat this Crunch Wrap anyway. I'm not going back to Taco Bell.
Yeah, we were like, screw it, we'll make it work.
I don't understand
that's
that.
crazy for a
Not
house.
how you're supposed
Thinking
to do
for
it
a
with your
house is a major
We'll
purchase.
make it work.
We'll make it work.
Did you like the other house better? Did you see this house and say, I don't really like this house?
Man, it's the same thing, man.
It's,
Haven't you shown, like, I don't want to get too personal. I feel like you've complained a lot through the years about being a homeowner.
I complain about the neighbor.
But it's just like, it's just funny to me that you're just like, we'll make it work.
I've
it's just
never
a house.
We'll
heard
make the
of this.
house work. I ain't saying anything about the neighbors.
Right.
well, Misha got rid of them, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Now, look, just
Yes.
in a private moment amongst us friends
Amongst
here,
everybody, yeah.
the fire that happened,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Misha.
it really worked out for you.
It absolutely did.
Okay.
You want
did.
that on the record?
I'm just.
Yeah, I'll put it on the record.
I
It
was
worked
trying
out
to-
for
We're
us.
trying to
Yeah.
whisper because you got rid of the neighbors that you did.
No, I'll yell it from the mountaintops. Thank
Wow.
you.
Oh, see, mountain man. I knew this because a mountain
Would you
guy.
tr-
You should go
I
on
wanna
vacation
ski.
with Fuentes. He's a mountain guy.
Big
Yeah,
mountain
okay.
guy.
Let's
I just,
go.
Just came back from Las Vegas. Love the mountains.
Oh,
out there.
how was that?
Yeah.
I
It
love
was-
the mountains
it was
out there in
hot,
Las
but it was
Vegas.
fun.
Yeah. Did your friends live up to expectations? No disappointments?
I got out of them exactly what I expected,
Oh,
which
I'm
was
sorry.
no gambling. You know what I really hate? Next time I go,
Going to Vegas and not gambling?
yeah, I didn't get it. I don't know why they
was-
chose Vegas. They knew they weren't going to gamble. I gambled.
Yeah.
But the thing
Hell
I
yeah,
hated was I sit down at like a low hand table. I'm not rich, right? I just want to play
Yeah.
some hands. I sit down. All of a sudden, I'm a zoo exhibit for all my friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
because they
like-
went with you?
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
I'm betting $10 a
That's
hand.
awkward.
Like,
I'm that guy with my friends.
I
too.
know, but
we go out like everyone's just like living through me.
correct. And I'm
Gambling.
like, guys, I'm winning $20 every 3 minutes. Like it's not really a big deal. And then like they just
Hey bro, you
hover
should
around.
hit that. It's
Yeah,
like,
no,
why
and
don't
then
you
and
play
then
your own money.
and then I have people over my shoulder, like, and I have to explain the game to them.
Yeah.
$400 an hour.
You know?
That's a good job.
Yeah, jeez.
Jeez.
Oh, I don't make that much money. $400 an hour gambling.
I wish I did.
Sometimes you get lucky.
And you lose 600.
How did you? And at no point did you say, "Hey, like this is the wrong house."
Yeah, but then it was like, you know what? I'm tired of
Tomato,
all this.
tomato. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Once you've looked at 20
Where was the
houses,
other
you're like,
house's location? Was it far off from where you?
No, it was
across the street?
yeah,
the
it's
house that
still in
caught on
Miramar.
fire?
No, it's not. No, it's not that. It was sure as hell was not the house that was on fire. No, absolutely not. No, both
I
houses
love how
were
you're
in
like,
Miramar.
my house would never be on fire.
Yeah, my house.
No, we take care of
my
our
houses don't catch on
Yeah,
fire.
my houses are fine.
Hey,
We
you
are
better knock on
fireproof.
wood right now.
I don't. Yeah, I would say I don't think that fires are like houses. Certain houses are fireproof
Yeah.
because you're
Not
more.
Roy's. Not
Yeah.
Roy's
More
house.
careful. No.
You
both
have me
houses
now
were in
rooting for your
Miramar.
house to catch on fire.
Why would you do that?
No.
That's-
Because you're so
I'm rooting
cocky,
for
but
the
that's
other
evil,
house,
though.
the one he went to buy. I want that one to catch on fire.
Yeah.
It's just too cocky, though. Like,
Do you ever?
too
Do you ever
cocky.
drive by the other house?
I think I did once.
think about what could have been.
Can I
A
look?
couple of times.
I'm very happy in the house that we own. Like I'm
No
very
accidental house for you.
no accidental
No,
house.
definitely
very-
an accident.
I'm very happy in the house that we're in. However, when we were looking, there was another house that we liked, and I believe it worked out for the best that we didn't get that other house. We didn't get a lot of houses,
Right.
but there was one in particular that we liked, and it had a pool. And I've never had a pool. I've never had a pool growing up. I've never had a pool. I've been in a pool. I've never had a pool. I had
Right.
a pool table, a Fisher Price pool table as a kid that had like the air hockey on it and the ping pong. It was really tiny, but it was like a cool thing, a
You've done
3-in-1
sports
table.
pools, like
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Office pools.
Do
I've
you,
done all those. The
Do you have a
squares.
pool at your house, Chris?
at my house. No.
Roy?
No.
Big about pools. Lived in 2 houses with pools.
Maintenance.
Kind of a big money pit. Yep.
Yeah, that's.
I'd still like a pool.
So I was talking about that outside earlier today. Someone asked me like, "Do you have a pool? Do you wish you had a pool?" And I was what I've always heard. It's similar to a boat. You want to have a friend with one. Like you want to have a friend with a boat. You want to have a friend with a pool.
You're more likely to
I
have
mean,
your own pool because
You
then
guys
can
are
use
all
it.
the do-it-yourself people. Get a pool person. They come like once
But
every 3 weeks.
that's a money pit.
But
You
it's
gotta
like
pay that.
it's like what, like $50?
Look it up, buddy.
I don't know.
$50?
every time.
I don't. What does it cost? I don't know.
I would imagine it's not that crazy to get a pool guy. Like maybe it's like $100 a month. Maybe he comes twice a month and it's $50 every time.
Saltwater pools are like the rage now because you can
Yeah.
have less chemicals and
My
you can't really tell the
father-in-law has
difference.
that.
Has a
Yeah.
saltwater
Yeah.
pool. Anywho, so this other house like has a pool, and we didn't get it because of I don't want to blame anyone for why we didn't get it, but we didn't get it.
Realtor.
I'm not gonna blame anyone, but it was
our
I
update?
believe out of our control.
Here it says that good maintenance typically falls between $960 and $1,800 a year. However,
Okay.
including maintenance, minor repairs, electricity, water costs could be anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000 a year.
Right.
Is that for a like freshwater?
Regular
pool?
out of
Okay.
Cool means chlorine.
Chlorine.
Yeah.
So we didn't.
$150 a month, you can call it.
This was the first one that we were like putting in a bid on, so we didn't really know the process. We didn't know the back and forth. We didn't know how it worked. So like we put in
Yeah.
something and they didn't accept, and I was like, well, we can't afford more, so I
Right.
guess this is done. And we didn't get any advice of maybe you go up a little bit, maybe
Yeah.
you do that. So whatever. We end up not getting that house. We end up losing that house. We ended up a year later, whatever, because the market was crazy. A year later, we finally get in a house. But I was asking you if you ever drive by. This house is between where we live now
Oh, so you see it all
and
the
my
time?
mother-in-law's
So you
house.
see it all the time.
So we drive by it all the time.
looking good?
So
How's it
sometimes you
looking?
drive by
Like
and
that
you're
long
like,
lost lover.
Yeah.
sometimes you look on a hot day.
Gotta-
I'm not gonna lie. On a hot day, I think I go, man, house is smaller. House need to work.
Did
but
it get like repainted or
Ooh,
something?
I could
New
get in that
face?
pool right now.
New facelift or something for the house?
No.
Yeah, off and on, wanting to be there and not wanting to be there, I guess.
The new house, the old house, the
The old
house you
house.
didn't want to get.
What else? No, I'm talking about you.
What? No. What?
Off-
I kinda wanna
off
see
and
a
on,
picture
do you
of this
wanna-
It's
old
about
house.
it's about you now.
Oh, no.
I kind of want to see the house that could have been.
Nah, you
right?
wouldn't. Nah,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it was a fixer upper.
Yeah.
But it's really the pool because it's like, man, it's like 104
Oh.
degrees today. I could take a dip. I could have just walked outside, hopped right in that pool.
And are
I'd
we
be
talking
good to go.
not to get into your details? Are we talking a similar number?
Got
in
into
terms
my
of What you
details.
ended up spending?
So it was. This is if you go back. We were looking in 2019. We ended up getting in 2020 at the end of 2020. It was cheaper than what.
Right, because no pool, I would think.
No, I'm saying that the
the
original
house
house.
with the pool. Oh, because it was a fixture upper.
It was a year before,
Oh,
so
okay.
the market was still
different.
going up,
Okay.
but the interest rate. I mean, oof, we won
Yeah.
the lotto on like when we ended up with a house. Like it's crazy
Yeah.
how lucky we got that we found a house we did. We got very lucky.
Yeah.
Anywho, no one cares about that. The point is this.
Nobody cares about mine.
No, people do.
No.
Inquiring minds. You have this Misha Lee
People care about
spy
Misha.
wife that doesn't want
I've already gotten texts about Misha. And we
Wait.
haven't even released this episode yet.
Hold on a second.
It's
I'm
crazy,
just putting this
man.
together now. Maybe Misha doesn't want Jack.
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 Maybe Misha doesn't want Jack to wear the wedding ring, so there are no vulnerabilities to Misha, so that the other people can't come and get to you and your child, whose spy name we won't say, because there's no connection. If you start walking around with the
Codename Princess.
ring, then they know, this is someone that we can get and compromise Misha. Is that possible?
Yeah,
good
What is
point.
this, True Lies?
I don't know.
Oh my, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I can't
What
wait.
if the ring thing was an inside job the night before by Misha?
I can't wait to call and need Misha next time I see her.
And Misha was like, you know what? We can't have rings. I'm gonna steal them.
And
from
then you
old
foiled
Jack.
her plot by going to Walmart and getting that.
And
sheet.
that's
like,
why.
"Oh."
Then at the wedding, it was like, an awkward. By the way, Roy and Misha kept us waiting forever at that
mean
wedding
Jack
before
and
it
Misha?
started. I don't know.
Well,
if you
Well,
remember.
yeah. Well, Enid was late to
Misha.
the wedding because she was looking for the ring.
because she was
That's-
handling
I just
business.
Lord
asked
knows-
that. I
Lord
just
knows
asked
what
if
Misha
she was
was
looking
doing.
for a ring for you. You said no.
No, she was looking for the actual ring.
Her
that
own
was
ring?
Yeah, that was stolen.
Were you ever gonna wear a ring?
She wasn't looking.
Yes.
I don't think she
What's
was looking for
what's
a
like the
ring. I
leader in
think
the
she was
clubhouse?
hiding
When
the
you
ring.
say stolen,
Getting rid of the ring.
like
Yeah.
It was stolen.
from
dude.
where?
It was stolen from my car.
How so?
I accidentally
Was there
left it in
damage?
the car.
Damage to
No,
the car?
The door was unlocked.
The
wow.
perfect crime.
Wow, the
Yeah.
guy knew.
But-
how
How
to
do you
unlock
know?
it.
How do you
But-
know that the door was
If I was
unlocked?
I was living at a house that was gated.
If I
So
ever
they hopped the gate.
It's almost like your future wife had the keys to the car and
Unlocked
took
the
them out of the
car.
car.
She didn't have the keys to the
if
car.
I ever
That's what you think.
Wow.
She's
If I
a good
ever-
spy. Misha's a good spy.
If I ever sold something and then wanted to make it seem like it was stolen from me, I would say that it got stolen from my unlocked car.
This seems like a terrible thing to say on the air.
Yeah, especially admitting this is weird.
Yeah.
That's
No,
a very
I'm-
weird. Like now, if you're ever a victim of a crime, they're just gonna pull up this tape.
It's okay for Agent Spade and Agent Lee to do this.
I'm
but not so much.
I'm accusing Agent Spade of selling the rings.
If
I
you
didn't sell anything.
if you were a spy, what would your line to Misha be? So you and Misha go out on a date. You're like role playing. You're Jack.
I'm not good at this, man.
Well, no, but
This
you.
is calling for improv. I'm
Roy's
a yes
not,
and guy.
but Jack is suave. Jack can say things that Roy would not.
I'm a man of the night.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Agent
Sure,
hell yeah!
I'll go with that.
Agent Spade reporting for duty.
You just walk up and you say, "I'm a man of the night."
The name is Spade.
Yeah.
Jack Spade.
Spade. Yeah.
Yeah, Mike said that already.
There you go.
so
Yeah.
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin.
So Misha's at the
Steve
bar.
Martin.
Misha's at the bar. You
Jack
walk
Spade is a
over and you
prop comic.
say,
Steve Martin was also a prop.
Which is a code name.
What would Misha?
"Who's Steve?"
It's code name.
Steve's the guy that Misha killed and burnt in the house.
Wow,
He
Steve
knew
was
too
the
much.
neighbor.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's Misha gonna think about you revealing this today to us?
I don't think she's gonna care.
Okay.
Is Misha gonna like listen to the
She's not
mystery
gonna.
crate?
She's
No,
not
she
gonna,
does not.
She's not gonna
Ah.
Claire.
No.
There you go.
Whoa.
He gets it.
Full circle.
He gets it.
Check out.
We
The,
don't have any sound effects back there.
Nah.
he just played one.
In post we can. Yeah.
Check out the Greg Cody show this week.
Okay.
We got
We-
crazy time left.
Yeah, we
2
have a
minutes.
lot of time.
Yeah,
I don't know
right.
why you just is
2
there
minutes.
a
Usually
big
we
thing?
do it 30 seconds
That's
of
a
like,
good point.
hey.
Well, what do you have
go
more
around
that you
and
want to
No,
go.
plug
I
about
thought
it?
we
Just
I thought we go around the room.
Okay, fine. Check out the hockey show with me, David Dwork, Rose, and Ethan. We are on every Friday, despite what Dan says often about our show. We are on every
Are
Friday.
you enjoying
Wow.
the Ethan experience?
yeah,
He's there.
he's there. If you had to choose
actually
just
here.
one,
Yeah.
Ethan or Rosie,
You want to play Rose or Ethan?
Yeah, Rose or Ethan.
I'm sorry?
We're playing Rose or Ethan.
Yeah,
It's a new
big game,
new
Rose or
show.
Ethan.
Hit the game show music.
It
Sounds like I just heard Ethan back there choose Rose. It sounds.
Yeah,
like.
Who's
he said,
your-
he said
there's
she's
your
more
answer
vital.
then.
Who'd you rather go on a road trip with, Rose or Ethan?
I went on
I-
a road trip with Rose.
I've been on a road trip with Ethan. Fun.
Okay, so who would you rather go on a road trip with, Rose
Probably
or
Ethan.
Wow.
Jeez, is that a road
Shots
trip with
fired
Rose?
at Rose.
I've
Road
been
trip.
on a road trip with Rose.
And it wasn't good?
A Rose trip.
That's
I'm
yeah.
going with
Martin.
Ethan.
Okay. Who would you rather go to the bright side with, Rose or Ethan?
Oh man, he's the mayor.
I'm not going to the bright side. even
Why?
though I would
Wow,
love
dude.
to right now because
Bright
I can't,
side?
I'm not drinking.
You're with Ethan? You own the spot.
He literally walks in, finger guns for everyone, kissing babies.
Yeah.
Correct. The mayor.
Babies in a bar?
Who'd you rather share?
It's progressive.
Who'd you? It's a family bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who'd you rather share a Dr. Pepper with, Rose or
Yeah.
Ethan?
Rose.
Not the same bottle. You each have your own bottle. You're just sitting down having a Dr. Pepper produced by Coca-Cola.
I answered the question already.
And now one produced by Pepsi.
Ethan.
Oh. All right. Well.
And listen to Because Miami as well.
Meal prep culture is depressing.
It really is.
Just keep rattling them off.
It's just true though. Eating the same like grilled chicken and veggies every day, that's tough. I can't do that for more than 2 or 3 days.
It's completely fine to never talk to your neighbors.
Smash burgers are worse than regular burgers is the worst take I've ever heard.
I really like a fat burger sometimes.
See, these are your takes.
Sometimes.
We finally got to it.
Well, I have an opinion on them.
Yeah, these are all his.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, goodbye.